Hi everyone, it's Jessica here. Welcome back to another episode of 5-Minute English Practice. Today I want to take you with me through a normal workday. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just a real, everyday office routine. I think this will help you learn the kind of English people actually use at work. So let's start from the moment I open my eyes in the morning and follow the day all the way to the end. My morning begins around 6:30. When my alarm rings, I don't jump out of bed immediately. I take a moment, stretch lightly, and wake up slowly. Then I head to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. After that, I prepare a simple breakfast, maybe toast, yogurt, or some fruit. I don't like eating anything too heavy in the morning. While I'm eating, I usually open my phone and check my emails, just to see if anything important has come in overnight. I also look at my schedule for the day so I know what to expect before I even leave the house. By 7:30, it's time to get ready. I pick out a comfortable professional outfit, fix my hair, put on a little makeup, and pack my laptop bag. I always check twice to make sure I'm not forgetting my charger, notebook, or keys. When everything's set, I head out. Around 7:50, I lock the door behind me and step outside. The morning air is usually fresh, and depending on how much time I have, I either walk to the office or catch the bus. Walking is my favorite because I like watching the city wake up. Cafes opening, people rushing around, delivery trucks unloading goods. And if I pass my favorite coffee shop, I almost always stop for a latte with oat milk. The barista knows my usual order, which is such a small thing, but it makes the morning feel warm and familiar. I usually arrive at the office around 8:20. The receptionist greets me as always, and I take the elevator up to the 5th floor. When I get to my desk, I turn on my computer and arrange my things. I like my workspace neat, so I start by putting everything in its place and checking any sticky notes I left for myself the day before. By 8:30, I'm ready to begin. The first thing I do is read through my emails. Some are simple updates or reminders, and some need more thoughtful replies. I answer the urgent ones first. Around this time, more coworkers arrive, and the office slowly fills with the familiar sounds of typing, talking, and people settling in. At 9 o'clock, our team has a short morning meeting. It's quick, 10 or 15 minutes, but it helps us all stay on the same page. We talk about what we did yesterday and what we plan to work on today. I share my tasks, listen to updates from others, and ask questions if I need to. It's a nice way to start the day because it makes me feel connected to my team. After the meeting, I sit down to work on my first big task of the day, updating a presentation for a client. They want new data, cleaner design, and a more polished message. I go through each slide carefully, replace old charts, check analytics for updated numbers, and rewrite a few sections to make them clearer. I put on a soft playlist in the background and focus on the work. This usually takes at least an hour. By 10:30, I need to stretch a bit. I walk to the pantry to refill my water bottle, and if I see a coworker there, we chat about something random. Maybe a movie, dinner plans, or weekend ideas. These small moments really help break up the morning. At 10:45, I join two coworkers for a brainstorming session in a meeting room. We're planning a new marketing project, so we share ideas freely, write things on the whiteboard, and talk through what might work and what probably won't. Some ideas sound funny at first, but we keep them anyway because you never know. They might turn into something great later. By the end, we choose 3 ideas to develop further, and I'm responsible for writing the first draft of one of them. By the time noon arrives, I'm ready for lunch. I head out with two colleagues and we go to a noodle shop near the office. It's always busy, but the food is good and comforting. We try not to talk about work at lunch. It's our break time. So we talk about life instead. After eating, we walk a little before going back. When I return around 1 p.m., the office feels calmer. Everyone is focused. I start drafting the content for the project we discussed earlier. This part of my job lets me be creative, which I love. I write freely without worrying too much about mistakes because the first draft is just the beginning. By 2 o'clock, I take a quick break to stretch. Then at 2:15, I prepare for the most important meeting of the day, a client call. I check my camera, microphone, background, everything. When the client joins, we greet each other, and I start presenting the updated slides. I speak clearly and slowly so everything is easy to follow. The client asks questions, gives feedback, and I write everything down. The meeting goes well, which is always a relief. After the call, I go back to my desk to make the changes the client requested. I adjust the design, update the charts again, rewrite parts of the message, and then send the revised version to my manager. When I look at the time, it's already 4 p.m. The rest of the afternoon is slower. I answer emails, check deadlines, update my task list, and prepare a small to-do list for tomorrow. It's my way of ending the day without stress. Around 4:45, I talk to a coworker for a few minutes. Just something light, usually weekend plans or food. By 5, it's time to wrap up. I shut down my computer, organize my desk, pack my bag, and say goodbye to my team. Sometimes we take the elevator together, chatting as we go down. Around 5:15, I step outside. The city feels different, busier, louder, filled with people heading home. I stop by a small bakery to buy a light snack, then wait for the bus. Once I'm home, I change into comfortable clothes and rest for a few minutes. Around 7 o'clock, I make dinner. I like simple meals, and I usually eat while watching something relaxing on TV. After dinner, I spend some time for myself. Journaling, planning, or reading. Reading helps me wind down after a long day. By 10 o'clock, I'm ready for bed. I turn off the lights, lie down, and let my mind rest, knowing another day is waiting tomorrow. And that's what a normal workday looks like for me. I hope listening to this story helps you understand common office English and gives you a natural way to practice. If you want a shorter version, a dialogue, or a speaking exercise based on this story, just let me know. I'd be happy to create it for you.